Almighty God promised to us. Whether you think of it or not, you're living in a blessed day. As a matter of fact, you are living in the greatest day of your life. There is no greater day than today. To see the one in our midst with the truth that will set us free. The one who has the key that will unlock this prison that we've been in for 400 years. Is that right? The one here to restore to us that which we were originally robbed of. Is that right? Brothers and sisters, again we say all praise is due to Allah. And we thank Allah for this one. Again, brothers and sisters, I want to point out again to you that you are living in the fulfillment of the Bible that you have with you. That we've been reading all our lives and have not been able to correctly understand it. Because we've never had anyone to teach us the truth of the Bible. If we had known the truth of the Bible, you would have known that Elijah was to come to you. And inasmuch as you would have known that Elijah was to come, you would have been expecting him. Is that right? You would have been able to recognize the work that he's doing today, that he is that one. And he would not have such a hard time, think of it, to convince you that this is the day of your salvation. But because you didn't know the truth, you didn't know Elijah was coming, and especially you didn't know he was coming to you. Therefore, you were not expecting him. Therefore, today, he has a hard time convincing you that this is the day, that I am from the Lord of the world, and that I have your key, the key to your salvation today. You see, thank God. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the world. And we declare, we who are followers of his today, we declare, brothers and sisters, that he does have the key. Again, let us understand the book says that it would be in such a time that such a one as Elijah would be raised up. What you hear today is exactly what you were supposed to hear. No more and no less. It would be the truth. And that truth would hurt only the guilty. Is that right? Today he's pointing out to you the guilty one. He is saying you are not guilty, but he's pointing out to you the guilty one. Is that right? And we see today that that truth is hurting the guilty one. Is that right? I, for one, am glad to see him being hurt. I am glad that I lived long enough to see that one who would have the truth that would hurt my enemy. Is that right? Today I have been blessed to be living in the day, to see that one with my own eyes, the one who has the key, that truth, that will set us free, that will lift us up. You see, thank God. Put us on the road to progress, to success. It is my pleasure at this time, in the name of Allah, the all-wise, true, and living God. And I'm so glad that he's the living God. You see, thank God. Whose proper name is Allah. And the one whom he has blessed us with today, brothers and sisters, we thank Allah for him. It is my pleasure today, this afternoon, to bring before you, brothers and sisters, Allah's message. You see, to you and me. The one today that is not only a blessing to you and me, but is a blessing to the nations of the earth. Because it is in him that the book is fulfilled. Brothers and sisters, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the messenger of Allah. Assalamu alaikum.
most merciful, to whom all holy praises is due, the Lord of the world, the most merciful, the finder and life giver, till we, the lost and found, sleeping dead in the wilderness of North America. Brothers and sisters, I'm very happy to see your smiling faces out here this afternoon, but I can't smile too much with you because we don't have but just a family. According to the population of our people here in Chicago. If we had even 1/10 of them to speak to this afternoon, we would feel better. This work is not an organization work. It is not a special society work. It is not a special secret order that we're trying to establish. This is a universal work, and the separation of our people from the devil for the purpose of destroying the devils and saving you. I want to be frank with you. This is what you have been reading and studying all your life in the Bible, the day of resurrection and the judgment of the wicked. This is the time that you're living in. And the separation of the sheep from the goats. That's a parable given by Jesus in the Bible, which fits pretty well the two people. The goats represents the wicked devil. Not that someone towing wicked or, I would say, practicing wickedness, but was not by nature wicked. This refers to those who by nature was created wicked. And you who have followed them, God wants to separate you from them and try and heal the wound that was caused by following such wicked people by nature. By nature, you are the righteous. But by nature, the white race is the devil. They're wicked from the very core of their heart. They were created like that. There's no cure for them. You can't reform them. You can't make them good. Preach your tongue out of your head or brains out of your skull. You won't reform them. You have to remake it. The only way you can convert them and make them really good people, you have to regraft them back into that in which they were grafted out of. And that is the black man. You say they're just as good as us and some of them better. Naturally, he has made you worse than himself. Because you tried to imitate him 100%. And he knows that you are not one of his kind. He knows that you belong to the divine nation of God. But he desires to deceive you, knowing that he is not a member of the divine family, knowing that his day of doom is coming, and that the nation of righteous with the God of righteous will remove him from the planet Earth and will not allow his kind to exist. So since he knows and well aware of the end of his race, he seeks to carry as many as possible with him that belongs to the divine supreme being family. That's why you hear this plain teaching to you today. It is due to the fact that the war that they are trying to ensure is the war that the Bible refers to as the war of Armageddon in the Revelation. And as the people today, even the common people, refers to it as a holy war. The scientists refers to it as a universal war. It is a universal war, and it is a holy war because it involves religion. Again, it is Armageddon because the nation is well armed and they'll continue to arm themselves, and they're getting together for a showdown between the nations to see who shall exist. There's total dissatisfaction that exists among them now. There is no such thing as agreement between nations and nations. They all are dissatisfied with each other. Therefore, something must be done. And when the heads of the nations all disagree with each other, it means war. And today you have the evidence, like in your eyes and in your ears, that the nations is moving forward all together for a complete slaughter of each other. They can't help it. There is no statement or scientist among these particular people, namely the Western nations or races, to bring about a peace between them. Because this nation that tries to set up some kind of peace, of bring the plan before the nation for peace, that one that is planning for peace is as equally as guilty as the other as being the destroyer of peace. Therefore, the destroyer of peace cannot set up peace for the nation. You have to have a peaceful judge. You have to have a peaceful king. A king or judge that actually is neutral when it comes to war and destruction. He's for peace. And then that one can dictate some kind of peace terms for the nation. Today we have arrived at the time of the all-wise God, day and time himself. And being in his day and time, he desires to not spare one nation that makes trouble. He desires to draw them together and make them slaughter each other to such extent that the few that be left, they will not be able to make trouble for the righteous or the peace-loving people, and the peace-loving people can get rid of that little remnant that is left. I want to give it to you, Frank, so that you will know, and we're lining up for our subject. And this you should know. Last Sunday we were blessed to visit number 1 Mosque, Michigan, Detroit, and we had a very nice time there. We was very much honored, received by the brothers and the sisters, and we hardly wanted to return. But since I knew that number 2 taking me in a long time ago when Detroit ran me away, I said I must go back to those who actually taken me in when I was out of doors. So I want you to know, number two, that I'm home here too. There is so much misunderstanding and the people's mind is so clouded with that misunderstanding. That is very hard to bring actual truth to the people today. And especially the truth of the time. If I preach to you that this is the end of the Caucasian world, I should prove it. If I preach to you that Almighty God is present, I should prove it. We only know a mechanic by his work. We only know a bricklayer by his work, a carpenter by his work, scientists by their knowledge of hidden things. When they produce these things, we realize the fact then that you must be a scientist. Create something out of your mind. Create that for me that I have in mind that I need. That is a necessity for my well-being. Go in and make it for me. Then we say you're a scientist, right? And this what we need in America today among 20 million of our people or more. We need scientists. We need engineers, technicians of all sorts, all kinds, in this people today. If you are a student in the college and universities of the land, you should study that course that will prepare you to build a nation for yourself. You scholars should get away from that slave idea of trying to give your wisdom, your learning to the white man who has taught you. It is the white people who have educated you, and now with your education, that is valid to create a nation, putting them on the foot or level of self-independence. This is what you should be studying. How to liberate your people from the enslavement of the white race. Study to build a government and secure some of this earth for millions of your own people that is now in great lines begging the same slave master whom their fathers fell victim to 400 years ago. You are still now begging the snakes, little snakes, that he produced, and having lots of trouble. But when we get this education of the devil, sometimes it makes us more like him. We lose the love for our own kind and begin loving him. And we have no more nature of submission. We have a proud nature. We want the world to see us as being so great because that we have our degree from the such and such college, our university. We will be recognized as great men if we do something great for our own people. But we don't look big in the eyes of the international, the nation scientists around this earth by trying to aid and worship an open enemy of our people. What would you look like this afternoon coming out here to Temple, Mass number 2, Illinois, to hear me praise the white man? And I'm supposed to be a messenger of God. What I look like coming out here praising a people, worshiping them who have enslaved my father and have me in the status of free slave and doing everything they can day and night to deprive me of equal justice under their own law of justice. You think now I should worship them? Or you think I should speak sympathetic towards them? Is that what you're angry with me about? Is that what you don't like me for because that I don't show love for them? I think, I hope you don't shoot me for it, but I think you're a fool to worship them yourself. We must remember that according to the ever incoming news that something is happening here and there among the nations, it should be stir us, or we should be stir ourselves for self. Because if America is taken by her enemies, what shall you and I do? If America don't see a future for herself, should not you and I seek a future for us? Should not we seek not only a future for self, but get together and unite and seek a future for our nation? You are a people that is like a rabbit under a great hawk that have not a possible chance as long as you look for the hawk to shadow you. We must remember that we were not brought here to be made equal with white people. We must remember that the only desire that the white man had for our fathers 400 years ago when they landed them here in the Western Hemisphere was to do labor. Work them and make them to open up our country and do the work that we would like to do. That's all they had in mind. Now you young fella come up here 25, 30, 40, 50 years ago talking about they did you a favor and that I have as much right here in America as any man. You are talking foolish and people should take you over to the insane asylum. You don't have as much right as the white man have in America until you go and crush his authority. You can crush his authorities, then you have as much right as he. All praise is due to Allah. We are in a very serious hour, and you are aware of it. And the white man is not going to tell you that you are in such condition because of his wicked desire to make you suffer the consequence of his own race of people. You are not guilty of breaking the peace and bringing about dissatisfaction between the nations. You are not guilty before God of the crime of the white man. You had nothing to do with them. You did not lynch your people. You didn't burn them at stake. You did not deprive them of justice. It is the white man. Why don't you get out of the way and let the just God execute justice on them? Muhammad, we are doing pretty well here. We're getting better treatment than we ever have got. Whenever that you want to kill a chicken, you will give that chicken the best treatment once. Right? We want to bring you to an acknowledgement of facts as they exist. I have preached to you here in Chicago for 30 long years. I started this temple here 30 years ago, in 1932. 30 years ago in the summer. And I have been steady, pouring out facts to you that today that you cannot deny, that I have not delivered to you the truth. Regardless of what people say 20 years ago about it, or 25 or 30 years ago about it, you see today that the very truth that I preached to you that has been revealed to me from Almighty God Allah is now made manifest. And if a man say a car will pass here now in the next few days carrying a tag on it from China, and it will have so many passengers in it. Then if it comes to pass, he didn't lie. But if it didn't come to pass, he did not know what he was talking about. If what I teach you, it is made manifest to you, regardless of the time that it takes to be made manifest, it comes to pass. Now today I'm telling you that it is separation that we want. And I'm telling you why. I'm telling you again that we are a nation in a nation, and we can no more depend on this nation to continue to make jobs for us, or to give us shelter, or to give us food and plenty of money to spend, any more than that child that the mother has been carrying for the last 9 months. That child just can't remain there, right? Because it's going to be something like its mother. It must have an chance to get out here in the open, to go for itself, right? So it is with you. You have been here for 400 years, and the white man has nursed you up for slave purpose. And now your time of separation and removal has come, and the execution of his unjust rule is come. And war is brewing everywhere. It is not getting to your doors. Guns is now being set around the shores of North America. The most deadliest of weapons is being placed in position to attack her and take her at once. They won't tell you these things, but believe me. Almighty God has revealed the truth. These things are now going on in a greater and more faster speed than you think. It is long past do. I was told by a few scientists not so long ago, hurry and get them ready. Tell them to get out of the way. That we are ready now. Think over people of wisdom, people of might, telling you something like that. It's enough to make you tremble and make you to weep, to look upon hundreds of thousands of your people who have not the slightest idea that they are now facing death. 20 million of our people here today face this death. If they are not shown the right way out of it, they will be slaughtered like rats. You can escape such weapons that they have prepared to destroy the white people with. You can't escape. So we are asking you to get out of the way. You can pray later, but get out of the way now. There's not hardly one 24-hour day past when I don't shed tears for you. Not one day now. When I get to myself, just think over how dumb the devil have made our people. That they're now victims and they free help by him for a great universal slaughter. Your Bible teaches you in the Revelation, why will you die? Come out of her, my people. Why should you die with her? You have not committed no crime. Why should you stand here and die with such evil people who have mistreated your parents and yourself? Why do you want to show that kind of love for a murderer of your aunt, who's still today murdering you every way that he possibly can? Even today, they want to do the same by you as Pharaoh ordered the nurses to do for the Hebrews. Sterilize, stop you from giving birth to black people. He don't want black people to live. He knows they will live, but he wants to destroy as many as he possibly can. Why do you want to be barren? Why does he want to teach you such? When here in America they have food enough to feed other nations. They have enough clothes to clothe Europe. Why do you want now to allow them to make you barren? Huh? Split plenty for your children. It is a sin according to the Holy Quran and the law of Islam for any woman to resort to birth control. It's a sin. And the Bible, if you read it carefully, that Jehovah ordered execution against such. I say, my friend, you are under a devil, and they don't love you, and you don't have to ask me to prove that. They don't want you to leave them. They call to Islam, coming to you is like a rattlesnake spitting its poison in their face. They don't want you to go over to Islam. Islam will save you. Islam will get you recognition. Islam will give to you. The God of Islam will give to you a heaven here while you live, and not that lying heaven that he teaches you that will come after you are dead. all praises is due to him. If you heard last week that Muhammad said that the Caucasian white people was a race of devils, let them come and prove that they are not. If you heard him say that 10 years ago or 20 or 30 years ago, they have never been able to disprove it. It came from the mouth of God, whose proper name is Allah, the great look-for Messiah, the great coming of the Mahadiah, the God in person. It came from him and from his mouth, to whom praises is due forever. I want you to recognize facts. I would like that you act upon the principles of fact. That is what I want. Reason with me. If I'm telling the truth, reason with me. If I'm lying, prove me as a liar. We want to let our people know just what is taking place and what will take place to protect their own lives. And we tell you this before our enemies and your enemies. We don't hide. As you have seen me time and again for the last 3 or 4 years in the public, speaking to 1,000 and to 10,000 or more, and white was mixed among it. And you did never hear one white man get up in that many thousands to try to dispute anything that I said. You have seen me before the press. You have heard me talking to the press, the white press. And you have as yet to find one to be able to condemn one word that I am teaching to you. Not one word. You have seen them close their mouth and their tongue was as solid as it was before it was born. They can't talk back. They can't condemn. They are afraid. In Philadelphia, here a few weeks ago when we was there, with around 8 or more thousand people, with around 200 whites here, very, very, very many were student, educated people. But I stood there and I told them what Allah has taught me, that they are grafted people from the black man. I told them how Allah had taught me how they was grafted, and the time that it takes their father to produce them, and the time that they would live to make all of their mischief upon the earth and to cause bloodshed. And I told them the time was up according to the word of Allah to me, and that they will be totally destroyed. Not a one has said he lied. This is the people that you worship, up according to the word of Allah to me, and that they will be totally destroyed. Not a one has said he lied. This is the people that you worship. This is the people that you are looking forward for future. This is the people that you love and hate yourself and your own kind. But I've asked them to come out in mass meeting, to listen to what I have to say, to show you and to prove to you that what Allah has revealed to me is the truth, and that Allah is behind me and backing me up to speak and tell this truth, and that there is no devil or combination of devil and nation able to intervene and put a stop to me. He may persecute and take you and mistreat you for a few days, but he will not be able to kill me. No. And you have heard me tell them, if you think you can do it, go right ahead, I'm ready. Go ahead and shoot. But they don't shoot. And I don't carry you as an army with me out those there to protect me against their evil plans against me. I trust Allah. And Allah protects me. You 40-odd brothers and sisters, this is not for the first time. I want you to think it over. I want you to reason with me on facts. If you never have had a man like me in your midst, if you never have seen a man going around speaking openly the truth against people that you have always trembled and dared to open your mouth, and this man walking around in your midst, telling them directly, and even the God of this man opens up the enemy's heart to give him the privilege even to speak over their radios, TV. You see that. You hear me over there. You see me on the TV every now and then. And yet, that people does not come to 4847 Woodlawn, bomb his house, or take him out and string him up, as you think that they would do you if you attempt such. You would not be bothered any more than I if you were a believer in my God and were following me, sincere in that belief. You also would be protected. You are hard-hearted. You are stiff-necked people. Your neck won't bend to a knowledge fact. Your heart is too hard to receive the truth. I know Chicago. You seek trouble by the truth bearer. You seek to annoy him with all of your evil thoughts. You seek to cast him down, who are trying to set you up. But you are making a full progress, because I have God on my side and you have the devil on your side to try to oppose. Now look at this board here. You see such signs that you never saw a man draw to teach people from before. You see words up there. That is enough to tell you that here is a place where someone has learned something more than I. There is a place that this particular message is asking us to decide between two. What is his idea for such? What is his proof? You may read. For the first time since that you have been in America, have you heard one of your own brothers now saying to the country, to the government, that we don't want integration with you. We want to be separated. We want some of this good earth that we can call our own. We want to get away from you. We don't want none of your promised jobs. Give us a chance to go and make jobs for ourselves. What future we have in you for our people who are ever increasing in population and whom you are ever keeping down as a slave. Never granting them the opportunity, but holding out rosy promises to them all the time that I will do this, I will do that for you. But they never see you doing anything of the kind. You just give them one rosy promise after another. How could we expect the white man of America to give us justice and equal with him and his people when that he came here with shotting power and taking the country from its native people by killing them all, exterminating them, taking it by force, not by the will of God, but by the will of his own wicked power, and by the might of his gun. He takes it. Think over that. Then you still want to worship and love people like that? You say, he teaches hate. Teaching hate. The truth is hate to you. The white man said it once, and you taking it and singing. To show how much you are against unity among yourselves, you take evil things that he said against your own people and then blow it up like a balloon. That makes you very foolish in the eyes of the civilized world. This is God of slavery and of ever growing and multiplying God, of brutality and murder upon you and I. What we look like now, growing up the evils of each other to the enemy of both. We have a newspaper. Find in that newspaper a lot of evil things against our people. And I will stop the editor tomorrow. Tell him don't print no more. Or get out of the office and let us put another man in your place. Don't get in this office talking against your people. Talk for the people. The so-called Negro press is an enemy to its own people. And fact about it, you shouldn't buy a paper from no one's press that is speaking and blowing up your own shortcomings. You are a wounded people, and there should be thousands of wounds. Pouring charity all over it, instead of having a knife opening the soul that is already made. Bring some power, bring some oil, and heal my soul. Don't stab in the soul. We hurt each other. It is a fact. The so-called Negro press is an enemy. It displays nothing but discord. among its own people. Take for its headline the worst thing that they could print, which should be put in a small print way in the back of the paper of their people, if they want to put it in there at all. They should put it way in the back in fine reading, where the reader may overlook it. But they blow it up as a headline. For years and for years, I have been watching the press. They take a so-called Negro preacher, any little thing that they can find on him that evil, they make a big headline on it. Any young girl or any of that, and one of the worst things they are doing, they take a picture of their own woman and with a white man or married to a white man, worshiping it in their face. Worst thing they could do. Maybe you won't reason with me today, but tomorrow is coming. You will reason. It's a shame for us to be like that. The world laughs at you for being such fools. Worship it and glorify yourself going over to your enemy. And if you're going to say anything in the paper, you should say, this is one of the most disgrace that could happen to our race. For our woman or our boy, our son, to be married into the race of our enemies. You shall soon come to know. The white man today have planned this to put it on you for many years. When the day of his doom comes to go out to deceive you by making false friends with you and pretending to be in love, sweethearting with you. This is all to get you to go to hell with it. And that I said in Philadelphia here last month, and also in St. Louis in September. Right to the white man's face, I told him that the only thing that you want to do is to get our people to go to hell with you. That's all. He don't deny it, because he know I understand Scripture. I understand his history. And I know what he would do. And I'm telling you to his face and to your face, just the tricks that he's playing. And it's up to you to benefit from the truth that you hear today or suffer the consequence. It's very bad that you have turned today in love of your enemy. There is no people on the earth that actually love that enemy but the so-called Negro. And the enemy deceives them and fools them in the Bible, the Christian Bible, by putting in that Bible, love your enemy. Do good to them that mistreat you. Do good to them that spitefully use you. And love them, making it easy for him to destroy you. I say, my beloved listeners, you have been deceived, and the time of awakening is now. Sleep forever. This is plain truth. And there is no one of that race is able to put a stop to it. They said many days, they always say, we must stop Muhammad. We must get rid of Muhammad. We must destroy Muhammad. But Muhammad is still speaking. not backed by God, and by the power of God, I would be trying to crawl up under this floor to hide myself from them. But I know that I have a protector that is capable of protecting me against the world of enemies. They're moving forward to catch off that thing that you have been taught all your life, the judgment. They're moving forward to catch off the slaughter of nations. They are now getting ready for that. Those think that they pacified one nation today or one little troubled spot, that's all of it. They pacified that troubled spot today, another one rise up tomorrow. They run from one troubled area to another. And this means they are spending money, hundreds of millions of dollars, trying to stay out of trouble and continue to produce trouble. They are absolutely confused. America's today trying to put down arms on her border out of the hands of Cuba in her country, as she suspects that he has. Do you think they could be successful in disarming a people that are that people who is actually conscious to the fact that when they put down their guns, they have lost their freedom? Americans will control Cuba. Americans will set up the kind of government that will not be against America if she can disarm Cuba and kill probably Castro. Or haven't killed. This is the dirty work of the European pale-face. Kill off your leaders and make you leaderless so that they can rule you. That's what they would like to do for Elijah Muhammad today. Get rid of Muhammad, as one told me to my face. They said, and he was the one that was saying, that if they could get rid of you, Elijah, your followers would disintegrate. And they said, and he was the one that was saying, that if they could get rid of you, Elijah, your followers would disintegrate. And they could take care of the matter then. So, but as long as you live, he said, they're going to be, he says, well, hypnotized by your soft teaching. And looked at me and laughed, dry, sour grin, and teaching that we, I suppose it's the devil. I said, why don't you get out there and teach that you are not the devil then? We know these things. We're trying to get them over to you, that nerve. Your time of separation has arrived. And God can separate you as he separated Israel from the Egyptians. He can do just that. He can force you into submission. Make you have no other way of getting along but to submit to him. He's able to make the white man turn a double enemy towards you that love him and mistreat you worse. That's what Jehovah did for the Egyptians. He made the Egyptians hard taskmasters to double the labor on the Hebrew, because the Hebrew was in love with the Egyptians. He made the Hebrew to see that the Egyptians were not their friends, by no means. Pharaoh planned the absolutely death of that race of people, but was unable to put it over. And when he even gave them up, then he double-crossed them. He sent his army and got in his chariot himself and went out to overtake them. Right? And was drowned in the Red Sea for his wicked and double-crossing action. This one here don't have a Red Sea of water to go across, nor to be drowned in. He will be drowned in a lake of fire. The time have arrived. It has come. It is in your doors. It is in your face. Wherever you go, it is the end. Believe me or not, I believe and feel confident. I'm confident that Allah will protect me. I'm confident that I will not suffer hellfire because I'm going to try to do the will of Allah. I feel assured. I feel secure. I feel safe. And I want you to feel the same. He teaches hate. If I teach you hate the white man, you should laugh and say, thank you. If I can get away with it, I'm not only going to hate him, I'm going to get even with him for beating my parents. But no, I'm afraid to say that. And I'm afraid for you to be telling me that I should look upon them as devils. That's what you're afraid of. You are afraid of the white people. If I'm teaching you and walking around in your midst and is not harmed by them, what right you have to fear? I'm not running from no evil plan. And if I alone have the trust and confidence in the security of my God, and you see that he's protecting me, what right you have to fear? You want to have their love for you wherein there is no love in them for you. Your parents have proven to you their history, proves to you and I that by all of your submission to him and your willing work, pouring out your labor of sweat and blood to him, he still isn't in it. He cares nothing about that. And the more humble you act to him, the more evil he does. That's why I said in Philadelphia that being peaceful to them or among them don't get you no peace from them. It is now time that we have to meet him with what he comes to us with. As Isaiah said, truth has failed. So what you going to do effective. Resort to physical force. Force it away. Fight it away. Destroy it and get rid of it. Because it is not persuaded by truth to do that which truth is asking. Right? I said that we must remember. We are the type of people that is just to say that we will stand up and fight. We are the type of people that don't want the white man to think that we will fight to defend ourselves. But I say there come a time that if you don't hurry up, stand up for yourself, your humbling to the enemy will not get you any farther than the lamb humbling itself to the wolf. That is, to the wolf's satisfied appetite. We have been humble to them for 400 years, and we have not gotten any credit for that. They still prey upon us to destroy us. You should know the history of these people as God has given it. You should know why that they should be destroyed. You should know thoroughly the truth of them, that they are enemies of black people. You should know why that God wants to destroy them. You should know why other black people hate them. They are enemies of black men and cannot help themselves because their father made them such. He made them to be the enemy. And therefore you can't reform it. You have 400 years experience among them trying to make them to love you and respect you and do good by you as you were one of them. But you must have closed your eyes upon this people, upon their own evil among themselves. They kill each other. They go to war against each other. So where is any good sign among such people that you should offer yourself, who are not a member of their race, to seek a haven of peace and security among them, when they don't have peace among themselves? I say, wake up, get on the side of truth and justice. These things here that you see, which one will survive the war of Armageddon? This or that. If this is illusion, I said, I'm willing then to hang on the cross. But if the cross is going to be the loser, I'm going to hang on to the cross. That is the crime of the cross. Christianity, a word. That religion has not wrote any good history at all among black people. I just want you to reason with me. Take the history of Christianity. Wherever Christianity has been preached among the black people of this earth, what was the result? Was it the result of becoming equal with white people, or was they enslaved by white people? Answer for yourself. The history is here before you. What happened even right here in the house of you to those little hours where they were enjoying their own independence before America? the Western Hemisphere. What about Haiti? Look, there was, according to the white man, on this thing, they found 40,000 Pew blooded black original people there. And that they were healthy, and they had the beautiful voice that they ever saw. But after England sailors and American sailors landed there, started sweethearting with that black man woman, and they said this themselves. There they planted syphilis. There they planted gonorrhea. There they planted tuberculosis. And all other diseases. They put it in those black people. He said, now today they are not even 10,000 of the original people that we found. Look at you today, suffering all kinds of misery and diseases of the white man. Because you're among him and you're mixing with him. And it keeps you filled with all kinds of disease. You have some that he can't give it a name himself. He don't know what to call it. We must remember that they are not friends, as you want to tell Muhammad. You will never get Muhammad to believe they are no friends. Muhammad been here all his life. They didn't never act like they was no friend of mine. And my father told me they didn't never act like they was a friend of his. My grandfather told me they didn't never act like they was a friend of his. So you are late trying to make music. The very ugly sign of Christianity should be denied, rejected by anyone. Don't tell me I should wear a cross. That's an ugly sign. That's a wicked sign. To offer a people for a divine religion emblem. An emblem of a divine religion. Showing them an emblem of discord. Division. Right here. There is a cross. It is not no straight way. You are here at the crossroads. You have not been pointed out a straight way here. This is the opposite of straight. Your Christian religion, the most damnable religion is in the world. You're saying it's Christ's religion, it's Jesus' religion. Who in the devil told you that? Nobody but the white man. How could you believe when it have not brought to you no salvation? How can you believe it when that the white man teaches you in the Bible and other history that they killed the Jesus? And it's the sign of the thing that they killed him on. If it was all that good, how did they fix to reject the very organizer the very founder of that religion? If he was so good as they preach to you today, and if they were so good of believers in him, why did they kill him? And if that religion is so good that unbelieving enjoy salvation. And the God begins to get near you, and you are near to God. You've been trying to get near to him for 100 years, but you always missed him and got this. Truth is truth. I want you to see that you're in hell. I want you to see that the devil of hell has misled you. And you think you are being led aright. You are in a rosy kingdom of plenty of money. And this is what you love. I love it too. I love money, but I don't love it. It's above justice. I want justice if I have no money at all. But you say, why can't you go and work and get as much for your labor as you can in America? Maybe not. But I can have more freedom elsewhere than I have in America. My friend, dear listener, this is a slave religion. White man used this on black people to enslave them. And the preaching of this religion is false on the very basic principle of the belief. That principle of belief is based upon a father or the God being a father, and you have a son that is equal to him, and you have another one over here that he called the Holy Ghost is equal also to the Father and the Son. This is wrong, and it's false in the very beginning, or the founding of that religion. It's based upon false. Because if the Father produced a Son 2,000 years ago, and he has no birth record, he can't be the equal of his Father. If that Son came here praying and begging his Father to have mercy on him, he could not be the equal of his Father. If that Son also were killed by the enemy of his 2,000 years ago, he could not be the equal of his Father. Because other prophets before him was killed. And he also suffered death at the hand of the same race that other prophets had been killed. You must remember these things, my friend. And Elijah Muhammad is trying to tell you these things and the truth of these things at the risk of death. I'm telling you, it is up to you to avail yourself of the good of the truth that you are now hearing. Christianity, you're not too good of believers in it. I can take any of you and stand you out here, and I can prove to the world that you're not a good Christian. Over here in Christianity, you're taught to speak that which you know. Testify that which you have seen. Right? Do you do that all the time? No, you speak that which you don't know. And you testify to that which you have not even seen. Christianity teaches you to love your neighbor as yourself. Do you love your neighbor as yourself? No. No. You're stoning and shooting and cutting to death. This religion teaches you again that living God. You must not bow to the worship of no one. You must not take man and call him Father, for you have only one Father. Right? Are you doing that? No. I see you out there on the street meeting devils out there, garbed in a black gown with a long cross hanging around his neck, and you calling him Father. All of this, you are unable to prove that you are a true Christian, right? Again, it says, it teaches that thou shalt not lie, thou shalt always speak the truth. Well, I'm not going to call you lying. You know what you were telling me. Against gambling, right? Do you gamble? No, right? Maybe you sent in some numbers this morning before you left home. The Christian church created that. It's the Christian people that created that thing. It's teaching you again that I shall not eat the swine, nor touch his cock. You don't only touch his cock, but you eat the cock. Right? All of this. Yes, you said, I am the most best. I am the most holy. Stomach full of hogs. That thou shalt not drink intoxicating drink. Thou shalt not even look upon the glass of wine when it's looking red. In the glass, don't even drink it. You don't only drink the wine that's not strong enough. You're going to distill grain, make a mark out of it, and distill it to get the alcohol, the pure alcohol. You drink that, and you are drunk. Right? I say, my friend, you're not a good Christian according to your Bible. You said the Bible does not tell us, or the teachings of the religion does not tell me anything about my own body. No body don't mean anything. It's my soul. I say, brother and sister, why is the soul if it's not in the body? And if the soul is in the body, should not you protect the body that carries the soul? If you're going to make a dump house or scrap-buying house out of the body, then you are doing the same to the soul that the body is having it. What is soul? Soul is nothing but the life in the body, the breath of life. That's the soul. Take the breath away from the body or deprive the body of breath, and you deprive it of soul. The body didn't have no soul. Right? You don't believe it, come up here and let me tie a string around your neck and keep choking you until you can't breathe. And then I would like for someone to tell me, did you see a soul go out? It is slavery. It teaches you that when you die, your soul goes to other place, and it's conscious of that place that it is going to. That's the worst lie a man could tell another. That's right. our birth, and according to our lifeless body at death, it's beyond a shadow of a doubt, brother, that there is no such thing as life after the body is dead, any more than there was in the birth of the body. Before ever the life journey taken a form in the woman, or was in nothing but water and vegetation of the earth, there was no man there, right? There was nothing there that you could call a human being. But after we have gathered it in the water and in the food that we eat, and have now worked it through our body, and through certain canals, it makes its way as a form of liquid to generate or to produce a germ. In fact, this is a germ from what we are. That's right. And when it is deposited in the right place, and when it has contact of a germ like itself, pretty soon we see it begin to form itself. We see it begin to become active until it makes a new form, right? That's right. And it begins to continue this work of act, of moving, showing sign of life. But it's not independent. It's their action upon the energy of the life that the body that it is, right? Then after that, it has grown strong enough to be independent of the house that it is, and can go out as this house went up, and be independent for itself, and live off the breath of life out there where there is untold millions and billions of cubic feet of, and where it can live off another kind of life other than the house that it was in. It can eat animals. It can eat vegetables. It can eat fruit. It can drink its own water. Then whenever that body wears out, the organs of the body that receive the essential of life, it becomes weak after many years or after some attack by force. What happens then? What happens to this good life? The body, the organ of it is unable to retain or maintain the essence of life. Therefore, it can't function or can't keep functioning. The body then begins to, its clock begins to tick down, right? It gets lower and lower until the doctor will tell you pretty soon he will be gone. He listens to the heartbeat, and he can tell almost accurately how many times it will beat now before it stops. Right? And if you can keep it beating, he will say to you, put him under oxygen tank. Maybe he'll last long. What that means, give him some air. What that means, giving him some soul. Receive the truth. And the truth will make you free. Free of falsehood. Free of false guides. It will free you. I say, my friend, this is one of the most false preaching religion you ever heard in your life. The sanctity of that religion, white people, is so smart that that they even make you to believe reality to be unreal. It's a shame. It is a shame. Talking with the doctor back in 1943 when I was in the federal penitentiary for preaching Islam. That's all. For preaching Islam. And they admitted that's all they put me there for, preaching the truth. The government told me out of their own mouth, we just didn't want you, Elijah, free, walking around here teaching, lest all of these Negroes will say that we are Muslim and we don't have to fight on U.S. Fidel side. So we wanted to be successful in prosecuting the war, and we just put you in to keep you out of the public. I had to serve 5 years now away from my family because you didn't want me to speak the truth. He said, you can go now. He said, nobody will bother you now. Then you preach as you always have preached. Okay, I am preaching, but I have increased in that preaching. I have been successful by the help of Allah since that time to spread all over his country. Everywhere he goes now, he finds a little Elijah. At that time, only was established in Detroit, Chicago, and Milwaukee, and Washington. Washington Temple was in its infancy at that time. And the others were very young, these other three. But now today, I hardly know how many are here. That's the thing. Everywhere you go, up and down the East Coast, in the South, around the Gulf Coast, around the West Coast, around the border of Canada and America, all down through her temple, you find little Elijah. And I told the old devil, if you kill me now, thanks to Allah, I have left enough seed that you will have a hell of a time trying to destroy. If it had not been for the guidance and the mercy, love of Almighty God Allah, for you and I could not have been successful in spreading this teaching or this truth from coast to coast and from gulf to border. He wanted to stop me at the jail by holding the jail as a threat. If you believe in him and follow Elijah, I will put you in jail. Allah laughed at him. He said, you a fool. You must think Elijah is the only one at this job. I'm going to go in your prison house while Elijah's still out there. I'm going to convert these. So when those come in that you peek out outside, they will find brothers on the inside. Not one prison house, not one state penitentiary or federal penitentiary in America, what you won't find lots of lives there. Look what happened in New York. Yeah, the state of New York. Pentecost there. The judge is to bring out his decision tomorrow. There I had many followers there. I didn't know. These people had never hurt me, never been in my presence, but they got it in the paper. What I'm teaching out here. And it went into their heart and their belief. Become converted to it. And now they convert every person that comes in there. The ones that they have 100 or more sympathizers. And in words to say that most all the Negroes in there are with thee. And then he goes behind the door and says he will admit that the teachings of Elijah does more for the Negro than any other teaching. He had to admit it, and the judge made him to confess it and had it read out in the court that he had said that this teaching makes the Negro a better citizen. They are better prisoners than any prison we have in here. But we can't tell them that. We can't say that. That's true. And he's admitting that he could not declare that he was on the side of truth, which will cause all the other Negroes to follow this same teaching and cause our heads to ache. To see them going over to Allah, see them rising right up under us, a cleaner and a better and a more intelligent people than we are. A Muslim over here who was converted to Islam yesterday, thrown his bottle of whiskey out the window, thrown his tobacco and his cigarettes out the window, jumped in the bathtub and scrubbed off the filth off in his body, walked out clean with a clean body and with a clean heart and with a clean stomach, because he cast out the swine also. Take over there. He cast out of his mouth unclean and profane language. He sit down in the midst of his floor with his wife and family, began to talk clean language, began to act clean, look clean, and he is clean. I said to you, that if Islam, the religion of Islam, with the God of Elijah Muhammad, is done for people what your three gods and that religion, Christianity, could not do for you 100 years. I think you should be intelligent enough to reflect on and bear me witness that this is the best way. If Christianity could not never unite you, and within a few days Elijah here with the true religion, with the truth of you and the truth of God and the truth of the devil, have now united right in your face here. Thousands and thousands of people cross the country, wherein you've been working for 100 years, and you are just as far divided as you was 100 years ago. Why? Because you didn't have the knowledge of yourself nor the knowledge of the Christian white people who were teaching you that Christian religion. You didn't know that they were devils. You didn't know that you belonged to the divine family. You didn't know that you are the original people of the earth. You didn't know that your father had healed the earth under the rule of the devil to try you under the rule of evil for 6,000 years. And at the end of 6,000 years to prove that evil cannot be successful in ruling the people and putting them on the road to success. Now destroy evil, getting ready to destroy the fathers and the children of evil, and offering you your place back in the original nation and in the power that you had with your fathers before this race of people was made. If these things are now happening in your own eyes, I say you should agree with me that this is the best. This is the right way. Come walk in and be successful. I don't want to stop smoking the light. I gotta have my cigarette. You gotta have a lung cancer. You can't stop that either if you're going to smoke. You're going to be unhealthy. I can't stop eating my swine. You're going to have a body full of parasitic swine worms in you until they reduce the body down to aches and pains. And finally you succumb to this evil that you ate from the heart, dining off of his flesh, and now you are the victim of that harm. Going around rubbing limbs. Hookworms is bedded over there. Fever. All kinds of fever breaking out. Hookworms is in the body. I say, my friend, due to you following an evil guide, the devil, who preached to you a religion that absolutely was opposed to the true God and the true way to God. Preaching to you, he claimed righteousness, and at the same time, he didn't believe in it himself. And at the same time, offering you the wrong road to travel. And yet, he said, you're a Christian. This is one thing that you should stop. I said, get over here with the Christian. This looks like, well, that song just makes sense. There are some preachers of ours who actually tries to defend Christianity with all his heart. He's sincere. Why? Because he don't know. If he had the knowledge of it, he would not be trying to defend it. Again, Christian, rebel, scholar, scientist of Christianity, if it just made its first appearance 2,000 years ago, what about the people that stand or died between Jesus and Moses, who didn't never hear anything about Christianity? What about them? What about Adam's sin? If God did not teach him that he should have this religion, and he had to wait 4,000 years until he produced the son to bring him the right religion, then God should not have charged him of committing any sin at all, because he didn't have the right religion. He had to wait 4,000 years, and he was not born to live that long. And his sons who become murderers, they should not have been charged with murdering the brother, because they didn't have no guidance. Right guidance was not there. I say, my friend, look into these things. But if I said to you that Islam, according to the teaching of Allah to me, that it came with God himself, and it's the nature of God, and it's not an organized religion, it's the nature religion of man. The nature in which you were created, not the nature of the white man, as I have proven that to them. It is not referring to them. It's referring to the original people, the black people. They were created in the very principle of action and belief as the religion teaches us. They're already there by nature. You and I asked to return to Islam because that you have been out of the circle of Islam, following the enemy of God and of that religion, the white man. The white man has never built mosques on this soil to worship Allah and that religion. Right? He's never held, went in your church or gone to your home, sit down and try and teach you the knowledge of Islam. And now you are hearing it, and now they are all upset. And it's frightened to death that for fear that you're going to believe in it. It must be a powerful religion. I want you to remember that 6,000 years ago, in my conclusion now, I want you to remember this. That on our planet Earth, 6,000 years ago, according to the teaching of philosophy, before the creation of the white man, there were on our planet 5 billion. Remember, 5 billion people on our planet. 6,000 years ago at the creation of the white man. Okay, today there are 4,800 million people on the planet. Okay, this means that the white man has destroyed from the population of our people under his rule around what? 4,800 people is on the planet today. We had 5 billion before the creation of the white man. That's 400 million people. Now, we deduct that from 4,800 million, that gives us 4,400 million, actually black, brown, yellow, and red, right? Okay, then they have destroyed 600 million people within 6,000 years. You know this. I want to show you what they have been showing up to you. You can call it love or you can call it death. But I call it death. 600 million people we are short. Destroyed by the white man, averaging 100 million to every 1,000 years that he has been on our planet. Look at what he's doing for you. If he had not tampered with you, you would be twice enough. But he has been always tampering with you to keep you under him. He never wanted you to equal him in population. Why? Because you would overcome him. And today, he is afraid of you in any sick populated place in America if you are permitted to vote. Look how he's fighting your people in the town, our people, to keep them from having the opportunity to go out and vote. Lest they outnumber, and they will outnumber the southern white men. There are more darker people down there than there are white. In many of those areas. All right, he don't want you to do these things, and he's against you. He fights you. He opposes you. And he's the boss. I evils against you if he's against you. You can't escape. You're going to suffer the effects. Are not you? Now, if by the hint of the mathematician, that it proves that we were that, and now we are 4,400 million people. Okay, if we are 4,400 million, and there are 400 million, if we think and 44 by 4, what we get? 11. That's right. Then that means by 11 to 1, huh? That's right. We outnumbered them 11 to 1. And if we outnumber them 11 to 1, why should 11 people allow one to pull them down? It's true to the fact that these 11 here are divided, and that one comes in and back and proves them through their division, right? They're divided, and he benefits from it. And if you take one of these 11 and get on one of them right before it's here, and the other 10 will stand there and wait that turn. Right? We must come together. I know you want to join us. On the bank of the white race, it was in the year, according to the teachings of Allah, to be in the year of our calendar. This 9,000. Our calendar, we have not in the year 9,000. From what? The beginning of the earth and the heaven knows. From the time that the last historian or scientist wrote history. They write history according to the word of Allah, once every 25 years. They go to that. What? 25,000 years. Once every 25,000 years, I'm not putting that, I have not put the date there with you. What I mean. Scientists write a history to the last 25,000 years. I take it for this so you can get a little more knowledge. Write the history to the last 25,000 years, and this is according to the circumference of our earth, which is also approximately 25,000 years in circumference. And now think about it, history to last that long. 1,000 years to every month. Going around with the equation. This is the pathway of the people or the family of human beings. On our earth, they live around with the equation, right? Because it's too cold for cats with ice and makes it uncomfortable for us to live in. Right? Now, these rights that we do the last as long as you're a smart enough, nobody thinks about it. Remember that. This is right people. There was no white people here. And now, we are in the year of 16,000 from the date of that right. And they according to the teachings of do that? Well, it is Luke 19, it is this. You in 23 to what comes, this 24 is near according to the circumference of earth, which the circumference is not 25,000 miles. It's less than that. But it is approximate. But it's less than that. It's 896 miles. That's the accurate measurement of our earth around this equation. All right, we use 24 bases to take care of that history, right, for 25,000 years. We have 23 years. Okay, everyone, that's the way of tuning in on the people to find out what's in your mind today and what people could do. Another 1,000 or 10,000 or 25,000 years. And they are 23. That's the region that we call Earth and Earth. And in the cycle of our earth that we make around the sun, the pole is now inclined to that point that our earth makes going around the sun 23 and a half degrees. He is inclined to the orbit that our earth makes going around the sun 23 and a half degrees. He is inclined to the orbit of around the sun. The pole is inclined 23 and a half degrees. And this changes at the rate of 1 minute a year. And it takes 25,000 years to bring about a complete change. And these witnesses trying to share is a part with that working thing. Their figure is the same. This is black people, brother. Because the white man never taught you. This is what you must become a student to today. It is the strength of your own black people. The wisdom of the black man, which the white man will never teach you. Go to Egypt. Look at his work there in stone thousands of years ago. Go look into the museum in Cairo, Egypt, there. Look at what he produced thousands of years ago. Go out into the sands there and look at this thing and see what he looked like. What that stone or image looked like. He looked like a black man. I went and I put my hands on. Look at that pyramid. There. What it look like? Does that look like the work of some food? I went up to the top row. I said, my friend, the Bible said to tell you that this monument, this was built on the sand. The time there had, or rather, Allah caused the sand to rack it up and preserve this sign of the black man. Until the day when the black man's history again would be taught. Here is a sign, what it looked like. As the Bible says, there was a sign in the land of Shana. Right? up and down the kind of a car of nothing but tools. Great slabs of stone hewn so smooth like this surface here, which is now painted with enamel, and I can rub it. It's smoother than this. I find a little rough. Real smooth. This fire is tools of your people and my people, thousands of years ago. And the tools have been there so long that even the door to this canal under the ground, which is stone, have even by time have closed itself a little. That even today the slab that they brought in there for the cover to the coffins of these ancient kings. And notice where the men of that time cannot even be taken out through the door that they were brought in. The time has even changed. As I have said again and again, according to the teaching of Almighty God, Allah to me, there is nothing that can could help or hold the black record of the black man. Not even the stones of the earth, they can't hold it. The time will cause that stone to deface. No such thing as you know when the first black man was in the universe. Because he had to come first himself to produce a universe. And to prove that he is the best, he have a color that can remain the same under any climatic condition. Right? Any climatic condition of the earth, the black man remains the same. But all other colors, drastic colors from him will show some change. Right? He has the eye that will stare. He have a black and a white eye. Right? The best looking idea in human being. Believe it or not, you have the best color, you have the best eye, and you have the best teeth. This is the only thing the devil has not destroyed 100% out of our people. As God taught me, that is our teeth. And he's working on them now with a lot of chemicals and all kinds of tooth powders and tooth soaps to wash your teeth, brushes made to skin up the gum from the teeth, to give the plenty of work to do. And all the dentist office is now filled with somebody's bad teeth, caused by the preparation of the devil. You take savages out in the jungle, they have better teeth than civilized. My friend, you must know your enemy. My friend, you must know that God is ready to strike dead the enemy, and you too if you don't get out of the way. My friend, with truth, with figure for figure, you and I can stand here on this platform, this evening, and I prove to you, figure for figure, that we are right, we are the true people, and that you are fallen unrighteous people and are untrue people. And the enemy of the righteous. We are the original people of the earth, and the earth belongs to us. It don't belong to white people. It says history of the white European race. You'll find that they was first discovered in the hills and cave sides of Europe in the days of Moses. Right? Or they're walking around on the altar. 4,000 years ago. The white man had no actual history of his people beyond 4,000 years. And he don't have too accurate of a history beyond the Jesus history. That's 2,000 years back. No. And he's just taking them just 4 or 5, well, about near 500 years now to even discover this part of the earth. Less than 500 years ago, they discovered that the earth was round. Right? While the earth is an old earth. God Almighty has taught me that this earth was earth 66 trillion years ago. 66 trillion, I didn't say 66,000. 66 trillion years ago. I didn't say 66 million. I didn't say 66 trillion. I said 66 trillion years ago. Take up this for you. This is the root from which the father of the white man, white race, drafted them on. He knew about this. And he said, I will make a race to live just that long too. Give them 6,600 years on the earth. That's it. That's where they got it. He began 600 years, or rather taking 600 years to draft the white man out of the black man. And then he gave him 6,000 years to live. That's 6,600 years. Then he gave him about 6 years long to work with. The number of the things is called 6, 3, 4, 6, right? And that's the number of a man. I don't say I'm a wise man. Maybe who kicked it up from a wise man. But that is right. He said, on the 7th day to his race of people, your brother coming from the east, and he's going to eat you up. The Bible teaches you and Isaiah that the Lord said he will send your people from the east to gather you from the west. Right? If you have witness in your own book for me on the truth, and that witness is against your unbelief, then you must agree and admit that I am telling the truth. Rest for 6 days, and on the 7th, rest. That is the day of the Lord. It don't belong to you. Right? See, all of your wood. Don't let your ox work for you. Don't let your maidservant work for you. Don't let or even feed the ox. Think over that. All of your seeds. Your slave seeds. This is the 7th day. What does that mean, Elijah? It means this, that in the 7,000 years is the year of the God and his people who will take over the earth after the rule of the white man 6,000 years. And when he takes it over, then this race of people will be destroyed, and their power to enslave others to work for them will cease. And the slaves will become free. And the beasts of burden will be relieved from carrying the white man's burden. His own work. Everything will cease to work for you in the 7,000. which is called the 7,000 year millennium, which means that in the 1,000 years that God himself ranges with the people. And in this 1,000 years, God will restore everything back as it was originally before the man of six was created. And in the 8,000 years, there will be a completion of everything, and that will be the jubilee of the original people. It is so much that we cannot tell you all at one time. It is too much for us. If we said that we are the original people, and we prove it by history, that we know what is going to be before it be, and we put it down in black and white, and then we time the actual creation of the universe, put it on science, and we have taught what it is, and whenever such and such thing, I say, when it comes to this time, we replace it with another, then why should not you believe that we are the original? We are the origination. The Holy Ghost said, we created the heavens and the earth. We created man, and we know what his mind suggests to him. All praise to God. You have this blink, and while the white man could rule, if you had been awakened, he could not have ruled. Now the time have arrived that he must be removed, and you and I must rule. If we are going to rule, we must now unite and prepare ourselves for our own. Think of, if you don't like to live under your own civilization that you will make for yourself, then go with the white man. Because he's certainly going on. And you go along with him. You say, he's too powerful to push off. Who can make war and win with him, and he has that atomic weapon? What color? What a hydrogen weapon? The Holy One said the devil desire to slip up to heaven to listen in on the exalted assembly. On the major tank of ours, to see if he can steal a hearing. He used to do that. But the Holy Ghost said, if he attempts or tries to do such now, he finds a flame waiting for him. Right? This is from a book you know nothing about. And you might not understand it if you read it. But I'm here to teach you to understand. And I have given to me the understanding of the Bible and the Quran. But it's in chapter anything in either one of the books, I will pay with my life and make one of my brothers give you $10,000 out of his best pocket. Missing chapter, ask me anything about the book, and if I give you an answer, if it's not true, then all right, come back and tell me. And I'll offer my neck on the top block for it, and have my brother pay you $10,000 in cash. Take the pen and copy these things. If you find that I have lied in these figures to give you $10,000, please, with my life for life, well, I'll have you on this board trying this thing. If you're smart and I'm a fool, try this thing. And you'll find yourself working against a mission of did he create? And then you ask him, who created then all of this? And he will say, Allah. He said, then ask him, why don't you serve Allah? Since you didn't make nothing out there, well then, why don't you serve the maker? But he's too proud to hold it to himself. He says in one place in Holy Book, referring to the last message, he says, will I bow down to one whom you have created out of black mud, fashioned in shape? Oh, then the Holy One said he was too proud. So get out of it, meaning kill him, because he's too proud to act right. And he will not accept the servant of God. No prophet of God have the white man ever accepted. Not one. Well, he accepted Jesus. No, he didn't. He rejected Jesus and killed Jesus. And today he has twisted the Jesus teaching and made a religion of his own. And asking you not to believe in it and have the name of Jesus on it, but the religion Jesus knew nothing about. Jesus taught Islam like all the other prophets. If we are living in the 16,000 years, how does that account for so much of 16 in science? Everything can be proven. I will not put nothing on this board that if you personally, for the roots of it, from which I have gotten it, or derived it out of, I can tell you and show you proof. But there are so many of these teachings and examples that I am using that if I go to the absolute root of it, you will be lost. And you could easily say, I'm lying, because you didn't understand it. I would have to bring you up to it. Right? And you probably have never dreamed of the earth being used by the sanctuary to make or build history for us. And it never did give us a thought of one part of our earth that we call the region that is moving and changing itself at the rate of a minute a year, and it takes it 25,000 years to bring about a complete change. And that the scientists of the earth, of our people, use 23 men according to this particular position that our earth is pointed to in its orbit around this this pole are pointing to the plane of the orbit that it makes around the earth, 23.5 degrees. And that it takes 25,000 years to bring about a complete change. So the history writers of our people, they write history to last around the region which we live, the equator, which is near 25,000 miles in circumference, to last for 25,000 years, and when that changes, this is changed. We make a new history. And scientists tell you today that the earth is, or the Arctic is gradually coming to the equator, right? And the warm weather is going north, pushing further and further to the pole, right? I say in my conclusion, my friend, that for the first time we have known the truth from the Almighty God Himself in person. I'm not the man that has been sent by a dream. I'm not the man that saw a vision of God. And I heard a voice in that vision telling me to go warn someone. I'm a man that has been sent directly from the mouth. I saw the mouth that was sending me. I saw the person that the mouth was open that sent me. Yes, sir. As your Bible teaches, he will send him, or he will give him that from his mouth. And he shall speak all that he says. Right? And without what God has said to him, he said nothing. This is the fulfillment of it. I haven't been to college. I have no degree. I have not even been to a seminary college of the preachers to study the Christian science. Well, where did I get this from? Where did I get the power to draw you? Your preachers can't do that. Not a preacher in the city could hold you spellbound here for 3 or 4 hours. Of Christianity. And you need some good water. You need something that you can use in fighting an opponent effectively. While Christianity didn't give you that kind of power. It is wisdom, it is knowledge that makes a man force other men to submit. As long as the man has more wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding than he can lead us. But if we have equal wisdom, he can't lead us because you know as much as we do. All praise to Jesus. My friend, you are the best. You are the greatest, the mightiest, the strongest people on earth. You are the fathers and mothers of the people of earth. Namely, brown, yellow, red, and white. The black man is the father, and black mother is the mother of all the other colors. Out of black, brown came. Red, brown, yellow, white come from black. You can't take black out of white, but you can take white out of black. I want you to know that. Inside of the black man, and the germ of the black man, God has taught me, and it's a proof today by the science. He carries 2 people. One a brown germ and one a black germ. And if you allow the 2 to continue to come together, don't try to separate them, you always will have a black people. But if you separate them, you can make out of that 2 germs, babies there, a brown race, a yellow race, a red race, a white race. And the father, black, was still standing. He's the producer. I said, brother and sister, this is something that the white man didn't want you to know. And he don't want you to know it today. That's why he always is around you, trying to get you to not just come to listen to a lie. Don't you follow him, he'll get you in trouble. He strikes you with that old stuff. Why don't you tell him if Elijah's so far wrong, why don't you put a stop to Elijah by bringing him up into your court to answer to what he's teaching? You had a little skill here not so long ago. Oh, they're going to go investigating committee. Going to get those people, and I would be so glad if they put a stop to that. You said it. I didn't say anything. I only said I will wait and see if they be fool enough to do it. So I can tell you, I didn't say one word in our face because I was afraid they would not do it. I wanted them to be a fool to come out and investigate me And let me ask you what I am teaching, so I can show you how with the truth and with the power of God, make them look like a race of fools sitting up. I dare any type of the nation to try and tax me on what I'm teaching. I dare you, if you call yourself smart, to try and tax me. It is true. It is that which belongs to you and I. It is that which you should be seeking. It is that which you should pursue. It is that which you should love. It is yours. It is mine. We should be happy, join hand with each other, and kiss each other with a holy kiss, and give praise to the God of truth, and just the God of wisdom and might. We should give praise to him for bringing to us such wisdom that will confound the whole entire devil world and make them bow and scrape their foot. I say to you, my friend, good have come to you. I say to you, my friend, as Isaiah says, the people that sit in darkness have seen a great light. This is a great light that God has brought for us. And be thankful for him, bringing you into the light of truth before that he destroys those who take you out of the light into darkness. The white way. Dear Lord, you must get out of his name. You must get out of his name. You're going in white people's name, that means you belong to them. We want you out of them. We want you under and in the name of God. His name have 99 attributes, and the 100 is Allah. And any of those other 99 all means good. And the Bible teaches you that a good name is better than fine gold. Right? In this day and time, when this world of evil are now on its way out through with destruction, you would give all the gold in the earth to live if it was yours. When a man comes face to face with death, he will give all the wealth that he has to live. Right? What joy does we have in wealth? And we did. I say, my beloved people, whom Almighty God loves so much that he himself visited America in person and made himself known to me and has missioned me to deliver this message of truth to you, that the scientists of religion and of the people throughout all time searched and asked for it, was not able to get it. It has been revealed to your own little brother right here, up from slavery with yourself. I love you, and I told Allah that if he would give to me this wisdom to teach you, and he would back me up, I said, I will tell them regardless to the cost. I say, if you allow the devil to kill me, here is my life. It belongs to you anyway. I said, I had nothing before your coming, and now you have made me something. I belong to you. Use me as you will. Do whatever you want. I'm yours. And you are mine. He said, go, I will back you up. And I said to you, if you will come and follow me, he will bite you. At this time, I'm going to say to you that I must discontinue this service, and not because that I want to. I would like to continue on till tomorrow. You can't wear out my feet. No sirree. I will teach you night and day. As long as you sit and look at me, I will continue to teach you. If I didn't see impatient, and that if I was not afraid that you might not come back again to hear more, I would teach you right on. And Robin's out there, back in 1932, I taught out there from 7 until 7. A whole night from 7. I never did sit down. All night long. And they was coming in, going out all night. Some of the people would get sleep and go home and wake their family, friends up, send them back to hold the seat. So they could take a nap. All praise be to God. And so many times that I have stood before you and preached to you 2, 3, 4 hours at a time. And then go home sometime and talk with you 2, 3 more hours. I'm ever on my job. I have been sick with bronchitis for the last 2 years near. And you have seen me pretty weak on the platform. But I was still preaching. Because my life is all for Allah and for you. My prayer, my sacrifice, my life and death is for you. That's an oath that we take in the prayer of Islam. When we say in our prayer, surely Allah, I have turned myself to thee. Being upright to thee, who originated the heavens and the earth. And I'm not of the policy. Surely my prayer, my sacrifice, my life, and my death is all for Allah. That's the oath you take. And Allah will require of you turns back. I said, my beloved brothers and sisters, I have stood here this afternoon for the last 2.5 hours, and I have brought to you that which Allah has given to me to save your life from the doom of America. America, he said, will be the first one to destroy. And the preparation that the world is making towards the destruction of war with America prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that all the nations of the earth would desire to get a stone thrown at America. All of your people in Africa today is against this part of the world. All the people in Asia of your kind is against America. There is no one for this wicked human beast but you. And it's due to your own ignorance of the white man and of yourself in time. So now you can't have a cloak for those such ignorance. I'm teaching you the truth of yourself and teaching it right in the presence of the white man. As I speak here now, the white man can be listening to every word I say. This is a law. Pick it up and tell me tomorrow morning every word. As he has already told me that life is out here, everything that you do. I know it. But what do I care, mister? Listen and weep. There's nothing to laugh on. But try and fight it and die. we shall never forget them. Never. Never until the whole of that over 100, probably, and 50 million is gone to the death. Never forget. I say, my friends, in my conclusion, to you who have been listening here this afternoon for 2 or 3 hours, for 15 or 20 minutes, if you believe that I have been teaching you the truth, and by the time that you even understand, without any practice or any study of science, religious science or political science, you bear me witness that these things is true, and that the 20 million of our people in America have no justice coming to them from the white man, and have no stake in the union of the United States of America. You have not one, but yet you number 20 million or more. You're near 4 times the population of Ghana. Now, you, I think, happy to depend on promises of a job. You are filled with smart people. You have many educated people who are giving their training right back to the teachers of white. I said to you, my beloved brothers and sisters, that have been listening, that have knowledge of truth when you hear the truth, if you please, take a stand on this side with me, with your God and my God, to get justice, to get freedom, to get equality, to get a place on this earth that you can call your own and have a future and a home for your children when they come into the world. Prepare work for them. Build factories for them as white people have prepared and made you to help them to prepare a future for their children. If you are with me on faith, and you see by the papers that you read, and by the radio, and by the TV, that I am absolutely winning and have won over all of your organization, you don't have the people behind you that I have. You don't have the white man afraid of your organization, but they fear mine, because mine is of truth and from God, and will be the winner, and they know that. And if the result of the teaching has produced better people than your leaders and teachers, I say to you, will you come? Join up with me? How many of you would like to join up with me to bring about a better future for your people and a good home? Money, good home, friendship, and all walk of life. Build a nation for your people on the earth that they can look upon it and be proud to see the result of such nations and countries that they have produced from the preaching of Elijah Muhammad from his God and your God. Will you do that? Are you ready to do that? How many of you will stand up like men and women and not be fearing the pale-faced white man, what he thinks of you, with fire all around his borders? I will take you in a cool place where that you can be free from fear. And talk about it, just to believe in Allah and the religion of Islam, it removes fear. It removes it from me. It removes it from my ministry. It removes it from my followers. We all have no fear, and we all here will bear witness with each other. We don't grieve. Sorrow does not overtake us anymore. I say, my friend, how many of you hold up your hands? to join us with your own God. 4.